Hey guys, Jay Shannon here, dropping in really quickly to share some information with parents about reading comprehension and Lexiles scores. So, oftentimes parents are notified that their student may or may not be reading on grade level, but I don't know that we as educators always do a great job of providing additional resources so that parents know what to do with that information. And so today I'm going to take you to a website, lexile.com, that will provide you with additional resources. I'm going to show you some things on the site that you can use that will better help you understand where your child is with their reading level and where they need to be. All right, guys, today we are going to do a quick informational video about Lexile. And I am on this site, lexile.com, which gives parents and educators really great information about Lexile, how it is calculated, what it means. And Lexile is what is being used to determine whether or not your student is reading on grade level. So we are going to click on this for parents and students link. And on this page, there are a lot of resources. Each one of these has their own drop down. So if you don't really know where you're going and what you're doing, it can be overwhelming. We are not going to do all of that today. We're going to do just a few things. So the first thing we're going to do is click on Measure Growth with Lexile Measures. It takes us to this page. It has this great visual here that's showing that we want to have some upward projection and growth. We're going to click on Lexile Measures and Grade Equivalents. If you scroll down and we look here for College and Career Readiness. So what does that mean? It means that when your child graduates, whether they go to college or they go into the workforce, there's a specific Lexile level that will better support their success. All right, so we're going to click on See the Chart. Not going to read these things to you, but this is your chart. Okay, many school districts use these metrics when they are determining whether or not a student is reading on grade level. And so the way this chart is set up, it has your beginning of the year, it has your end of the year, and then you have all of your grades listed over here on the side. Let's look at fifth grade. So let's say that I have a fifth grader, and this chart is telling me that at the beginning of the year, my fifth grader should be at the 830 Lexile range, and by the end, my fifth grader should be at the 1010 Lexile range. So anywho, you have your text ranges for College and Career Readiness. We're looking at a fifth grader, 830 to 1010. So we're going to scroll up and figure out exactly what that means, okay? They have something called the Lexile Growth Planner. Let's click on that. And so looking here, will your student be ready for reading demands of college and career? Let's see. So I have a fifth grader. That range was 830 to, I want to say, 1010. I am going to click right here where it says Add Edit Measure. I'm going to put in that my fifth grader is reading at a 900. You need that L on the end. You might not need it, but the L means Lexile. Let's say that my student took the test this month. I'm choosing that I have a fifth grader, and I am wanting to add this additional piece, this recommended growth path. And I'm going to click Submit. So for my fifth grader, there is this range here for College and Career Readiness. And this range is going to stay the same. The green here is the pathway for reading readiness, which our key tells us right here. Okay, so this is going to be the same on every chart. But then this here is our estimated growth plan. So this is where we have this dotted line. And then we have our actual Lexile measure, which is the dot. So our fifth grader is at a 900 Lexile, right? When we look over here, how do you compare nationally? Then we are in a green range, okay? We're not above, we're right there in the middle. And then this tells us that based on estimated projection, you are close to meeting the challenges of college or career by the end of 12th grade. So when you scroll down here, it gives you some additional resources that we can look into later. But it tells you what you can do next. It helps you find some books. It gives you some word lists that students should know when they're in that range. And then it also gives you some additional information down here. But let's take this 900 and let's edit. Let's say that I have a ninth grader that is reading at a 900. And so I'm going to click this submit. Let it do its thing. And now I see that there is a significant difference here. So again, this range is the same. That's our pathway for reading readiness. But my 9th grader is down here. And so in order for my 9th grader to get back into this range, that's going to be my recommended growth plan. That's going to take some intentionality as it relates to reading and reading comprehension, okay? And then this dotted line shows me the estimated growth. So if we keep doing what we're doing or not doing, this is where we may end up, all right? So here I have some results based on estimated projection. You will likely need to devote extra attention to be prepared for reading challenges. And so you still have your what can you do next, and then you have your explanations down here on how it is calculated. So I think this is really important because sometimes when parents are given information, they're not given enough information to do what they need to do. If your child is reading below grade level, here are some things that you can do. All right, now that you have a resource where you can go and find out additional information about Lexiles, let's talk about some things that you can do at home to help your child become a stronger reader. First, let's make sure that you're informed. So before you can do anything, you need to know where your child stands on that Lexiles chart. Get with the teacher, ask questions, require resources, ask them what they are doing to increase reading in school so that you can reinforce those things at home. 2, do read alouds. So while you are making dinner or cleaning the kitchen or cleaning the bathroom, have your child sit down and read to you anything that they choose. If they have assigned work from school, have them read aloud. There's a lot of information that you can learn as you listen to students read. There's a difference between a student being able to read fluently, so that's when they can perfectly say the sentences and all the words and pause at the transitions, and comprehension. So I might be able to read these words to you, but when you say, oh, well, what does that mean? Well, why do you think that happened? Those kind of questions are helpful, and it will help you guide what kind of support your reader might need. And then 3, set aside time to read. So as a family, when can you sit down together and you model what it looks like to be a reader? So you're reading whatever it is that you choose to read, and your child is reading whatever they choose to read, and then you have some time where you share out. Not only are you building in some family time there, but you're also showing the importance of reading just for leisure. Unfortunately, if we're not reading at home, we may be sending the message that the only time reading is necessary is when we're in school or for academic purposes, and that's not going to help a child become the kind of reader that we really want them to be. Instead, we want them to understand that reading is for literacy, and we learn all kinds of things the more that we consume knowledge. And so what are they reading? Why are they reading it? What makes it interesting to them? And the more they read, the better that foundation for building stronger reading comprehension. If you are looking for resources for reading comprehension, I have a multitude of things that are available in my Teachers Pay Teacher store. I have a monument series that I've been working on that's great for secondary readers. It gives them 2 different articles. They learn about different monuments across the country, and it gives them some reading comprehension questions. There's some interactive pieces there where they could create different projects. Definitely don't have to do all of the pieces, but the reading comprehension piece is pretty engaging, and then you could also have them do the reading comprehension questions. It also gives an opportunity for you to have conversations with them about different monuments that they may not know about. So that's also another really great way to get kids engaged, is to have them read about things that they haven't read about before, and then it opens you up to be able to have those conversations. So parents, I hope you found this video helpful today, and that you are better aware and have a better understanding of what Lexiles is. You have a resource where you can go find some additional information about where your child falls on that spectrum and where they should be, and then some tips that you can do at home to help your reader. Have a great day. Keep watching. Bye.